So we created a form for a behavior form for room 607, which is our ID kids that have issues. So what we did is we went ahead and we titled our form. We did the name of person observing the form. We did the student name. We did the class name, which was required, and the type of behavior. We did a branch logic form, which means that if anything happened, they would go to the next section of aggressive behavior, which means that they would go for aggressive behavior if they filled it out, or the behavior form for 607. So that's what we did. So if they had aggressive behavior, they had to describe their behavior. They had to talk about the length of the behavior, and they have to have the actions taken. Now if they didn't do any of this, they had to go back to maybe another section to submit a form. But the nice thing about this is once you have the responses, you can see the summary of responses. So the type of behavior, were they sleeping, were they refusing work, extra. What interventions was made. On a scale of 1 to 4, how would you classify the behavior? And aggressive behavior. So after we made the form, this provided a lot of data for our administrators and our case managers to study how these students were going to behave. From there, we did provide interventions. So the nice thing about that is that we also have the form that we could bring in to show everybody too with data collection, which is really nice. Now, what I would like to tell you about this behavior form is you can also do it individualized. So you can name the person, and you can have the name of the person coming in, as well as how many things that have happened to that student. This was a great form for us to have. To create this form, you just have to provide the behavior form that is within your school district. You create it and generate it by using your forms, and you go to New, and you go to More, and you go to Forms, and you start doing your untitled forms. Now when you do an untitled form, you're probably going to want to do behavior form for ID. Excuse me. And then you would have your questions on here. What's nice about this is a summary of whatever you have your case questions to do. We've also done some for diabetes students and people that have allergic reactions. I hope this helps. Just another idea for us to create forms.